Welcome to the Sunday Sports Blitz as we take a look around the world of sports from the start of a summer camp and a great camp planned at one local university to a Hall of Famer returning to the Erie area. Here's a breakdown of what you will see on today's show. In just a moment, we are joined by the head coach of the Gannon women's basketball team to discuss their summer camps. There's plenty for young ladies and plenty for anyone around the area to get set for the summer. Then the American Cornhole League. Cornhole Mania coming to Erie next weekend. What to expect and the new feature starting on Friday night. Then Pro Football Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff is returning to Erie later this month, just 10 days away. We spoke with him ahead of his visit about what it means to see the renovations to the field he played high school on and so much more. That coming up later in the show. All right, usually when this guy is to my right, we're either talking NCAA tournaments, conference championship weekend, or we're talking about some great summer festivities, and that is the head coach of the Gannon women's basketball team, Cleve Wright. Cleve, excited for another great summer.
Thanks, John. Boy, it's already here.
Yeah.
It's already here. And today was a beautiful day for it, and the rest of this week. So.
Yeah, you know, you'd love to see the warm weather. We do love you playing in the NCAA tournament, but, you know, the warmer temperatures are always good.
Me too.
Yes. Yeah. Cleve, as we get set, plenty of camps, we were talking off the air. You know, this is a great opportunity for kids in this area at all levels. Let's start, first of all, the first week, June 12th through the 15th, fundamental camp and high-intensity camp. What can you expect starting with the fundamental camp?
Yes, well, the way I would start off is say that with all of our camps, we have camps for all ages,
Yeah.
camps for all skill levels, from beginners to ones that have a lot of experience. And so the first week is the fundamental camp, June 12th through the 15th. It's in the morning. And then in the afternoon we have, that's I think grades 3 through 6, I believe it is. And then we have our high intensity junior high camp, which we just started last year, which is fantastic. That's grades 6 through 8. And when I look at both of those, the fundamental camp is for beginners. And then the afternoon is, well, and it's a refresher for fundamentals. And then in the afternoon is certainly fundamentals, but competition. So it's for those players that have really decided that basketball is going to be really something that they want to put time into. So that's going to be a great week.
You talk about you got started with the high intensity. Good reviews from last year? Very
good reviews. So we started that last year, and a lot of people were like, "Wow, we wish this would have been around before." It's like having an elite camp for junior high. Although it's not invitation, anybody can come. But I always anybody who calls me, I say, "Hey, these are kids who they have fun playing basketball." Yeah. Like the fundamental camp is, they're learning about basketball. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and they're around our kids, and we're gonna teach skills. But there is competitions there, but it's not like that level.
As we move along throughout the month of June, shooting camp for grades 6 through 12, the 26th through the 28th, and then the elite little dribblers as well.
That's again on the same days. That's the 26th through the 28th. We do little dribblers in the morning. This is like first grade, maybe kindergarten. If they really like basketball, we'd take a kindergartner, all the way up to the 3rd grade. This is mostly fun.
Yes.
And basketball.
For you or for them?
Well, for both. My players love it. I've actually had alumni bring this is how old I am. I've had alumni bring their daughters back to it. It's just fantastic. So there's dancing and singing and fundamental skills and things like that. It's just a whole lot of fun, and that's in the morning. And then in the evening for grades 6 through 12, we do shooting. Shooting. We're teaching shooting. I evaluate all the shots, or my assistant. I try to do most of them, just so people go away with an evaluation of their shot, and we give them drills and things that they can work on in the summer. So who doesn't like to shoot? So.
Well, yeah, especially in the age currently that we're in, you see folks like Steph Curry and some of the shots that we saw this year, and I'm assuming you've maybe learned the words to Frozen as part of this little dribblers camp. Do you have to recite those back? Is that part?
Believe me,
Let It Snow.
It has been played. I'm not going to say that has not been played. Yes, that has been played.
Also, another big part of the camp is coming up, the elite camp. That's on June 25th. That's ages 13 to 18. What can folks?
That's freshmen. That's high school players. We have actually signed every player that we've signed at Gannon that is from the States has attended one of our elite camps. And so it is we do get freshmen that come. Most of the time it's juniors, or players going into their senior year, players going into their junior year, really interested in Gannon, just want to get high competition. And so we really enjoy that time with the elite camp, and it's a one-day deal. It's a one-day deal. So we're excited about having that. I think the other one we have is the post camp. That's a one-day on the 30th. The elite camp's on the 25th.
25th, yes.
Yes, and the 30th. I think we're going to put a graphic up. But
yeah,
the
luckily
30th,
we got all these wonderful graphics. Look at that. Yeah,
perfect. The 30th.
I try.
The 30th is going to be post camp, and it's going to be a one-day deal. It's position oriented. I don't think there's probably not a lot out there. We do the traditional post stuff with your back to the basket, things like that, and I think it's funny because everybody's going to this positionless basketball, and now people are forgetting how to guard the post. So I think it can be very effective for guards to learn how to play with their back to the basket, and for post players, big players, to learn how to play with their back to the basket.
And I was going to say, you have kind of the diverse offense for you because you have folks like Delaney Dogan and others. Mm-hmm. You've done a great job teaching those post plays and stuff like that.
John, I can't remember how many. I mean, we've had a few All-Americans at Gannon. The majority of them have been post players.
Yeah.
Our offense is geared for inside out, and Sam being one of those, she's been 2 years in a row. So we do like teaching that, and I think we just enjoy teaching that. So.
You mentioned the fact, obviously we've gone over a lot of camps, a lot of dates, but I think the greatest part is your players get to be involved in this. Mm-hmm. And as we've talked before, it's as much fun for them getting to learn, the young ladies, and it almost takes them back in a sense.
Well, the great thing is our players, we do love that. The other thing we love about it is our freshmen can come in and they get a chance to teach and learn and be around their teammates that are coming up. So everything's fresh. They enjoy each other. I love having players who want to give back, and I've had many of my players end up doing training, doing different things. We have players that end up being coaches. So that's all been a huge positive thing. So if you didn't get the information, all the detail that we talked about, or didn't get it off there is, I think you're going to put the website, how they can just click onto that and find that. And please don't hesitate to call. We'll answer questions. We want to be a resource. We're not charging an arm and a leg. We're going to be a resource to help people. And we just enjoy being around little people, young people, people that are eager and just fun.
Yeah, if this segment has taught you anything, he's a pretty easy guy to go with. Cleve, with about 45 seconds left, you've done this obviously for many years. When you look back at all the years that you've been doing this, what's been the best part?
Wow, there's lots of great parts. The part that comes to my mind right away, here's a blast from the past, and I did not expect you to ask this question. Christina Jackson, who was an All-American here back in, that was like 2007. Was her senior year. Ended up I think she's like second or third on her all-time scoring list, had over 1,000 rebounds. She's getting inducted into her high school Hall of Fame. She's already in the Gannon Hall of Fame. And so she's reaching out to me over the last couple of weeks, and it's happening this weekend, and she was, unfortunately I will not be able to be there because of a prior commitment and things like that. She said, I'll send you a link. She says, I'm going to talk about you. And I was like, just to have people remember that, and just to get a chance to interact with our alumni and those people, those relationships, that is the best thing, the relationships.
Should be a good camp. Remember, check the link. We'll have it up here on this video. We'll be right back, and we'll head to Cornhole League. That's coming up next on the Sunday Sports Blitz.